The PlayStation 1 and N64 era of gaming brought us great platforming titles. However, when we transferred into the PS2/Xbox and GameCube era, some studios moved on. They stopped making games for our loved platformers to move on to new games. Insomniac gave us Ratchet and Clank, and Naughty Dog gave us Jak and Daxter, which meant the rights of these games were picked up by a different studio. This can be a good or bad thing, and we all know how some of them turned out. Here comes Sucker Punch with a new IP to save the day, Sly Raccoon, or Sly Cooper and the Thievius Raccoonus in America. Now, I tried Ratchet and Clank, but it just didn't gel with me, and I've still to this day yet to try Jak and Daxter. I know, right? The Crash fan hasn't played Jak and Daxter? I'll get to it eventually. But right now, I want to talk about the Sly Cooper series because I fell in love with it. If I had to choose a platformer for the PS2, 100% I would recommend Sly Cooper. It's up there as my top 5 3D platformers, and that's why I've gotta give you my 5 reasons to check out the series, starting with the first game, so let's do it. This game's story is complemented by the awesome characters that are in it. This is a game that would 100% make a good animated movie. Huh. Whatever happened to that? I enjoy it so much that I wouldn't want to spoil it for new players, but I'll just sum it up. Sly Cooper is a thief from a long line of thieves, and the family book of thieves was stolen by the Fiendish Five, the villains of the story. And Sly has to journey to each area, defeat the Fiendish Five, and reclaim the Thievius Raccoonus. Sly is confident and proud of being a thief, always ready for action. Bentley, the brains of the operation and Sly's friend, and Murray, the driver, and also Sly's friend. Together, they make the ultimate team. Not to mention we have the female fox cop Carmelita, always hot on Sly's tail. Sly 1 does a great job of getting you invested into these characters and the story. You want to learn more about Sly and his ancestors as he progresses, and Sly learns about the mysterious 5th member of the Fiendish Five, knowing he was the mastermind as he hates the Cooper family. It's less about revenge for his father's death and more about reclaiming the family name and becoming a master thief himself. You find out that more pages have been locked away in safes, and you have to collect clue bottles so Bentley can figure out the combination so you can truly restore the Thievius Raccoonus. It's a great story, and it's a real shame we never got that animated movie. Well, you never know. I mean, the Sonic movie did do good, so... To add to Sly 1's story is the awesome comic book-like style cutscenes, not to mention the game's graphics in general, giving off that cartoony vibe. Yo, can you imagine if my videos were like comics? It wouldn't be worth reading though. Each area has a title drop for each chapter, making it really feel like you're a part of a show. Huh. I wonder how dated this will be. You travel all over the world, from Paris to America to China and Russia. Give us plenty of variety when it comes to level themes. It's a title style that I think isn't affected by age as much. You go back to it and it's fine, it still looks good, it's aged well, and that goes for all the Sly games. Sneaking around as a thief has to have some sneaky like music to go with it. It's great, the music rocks and fits well with the game. Naturally a variety of tracks since we go to a variety of countries around the world, and I love it when you encounter an enemy and you get a combat-like theme track based on the area you're at, then it returns to the main music. It's sort of like Sonic Unleashed, but you don't get interrupted every 2 seconds by... When you sneak, even the music goes quiet, so you really have to emphasize the sneaking as well. The low bass sound effect as Sly creeps is good stuff. It's like you're straight out of a cartoon, you know? Being a thief, you gotta sneak around, right? Which means Sly Cooper is all about stealth and being undetected. To start off, Sly can sneak where he sees blue lights to get past security and enemies. As you progress, you gain more abilities to add to this, like the spire jump where you can jump on pointed objects, and the rail slide to run on various rails. One of the coolest ones is literally turning invisible. Sly's standard gameplay, he can climb on certain objects and even has a double jump, which is super useful in this game. When you do have to fight enemies though, you can press the square button to whack them with your cane. It's really satisfying to break objects or hit enemies with your cane. This cane can literally do anything, even used as a swing on a hook, and a great back scratcher as well. Usually in games you have to fight enemies, but in Sly 1 the idea is to avoid combat, sneak around, climb the rooftops, be invisible, and it's really fun to do so. It works really well. That game is designed in such a way that Sly can use almost anything in his environments to his advantage. Sly can get even more skills by collecting the clue bottles and unlocking more pages of the Thievius Raccoonus. You don't need these abilities to beat the game, however if you do it can make things easier, but without them it can actually give you more of a challenge because you then have to use different abilities like using their decoy move to trick the enemy. It's a creative way to play by choosing your approaches, and if you get stuck finding clues, you can sometimes get blueprints to help you find future clues in each area. The gameplay keeps me playing, it's fun, satisfying, and leaving you wanting more. The Fiendish Five are great villains for the first Sly game. They took out Sly's father and stole the book, each having their own area of expertise to make up the gang, and yet Sly was left alive, a chance to take them down and get the book back, each with their own backstory into how they all became criminals of their own. Sly is classed as an honourable thief, sort of like Robin Hood in the sense of robbing the rich to give to the poor. The Cooper family steals from master criminals, making them master thieves, but the Fiendish Fives are straight up evil with no mercy, and yet learning what they were gives them depth and character. It's like when people judge someone for who they are now and not what they were. Why did they become a criminal? What led them there? Sometimes it was selfish, like Riley being bored. Others like Mugshot, it was self-confidence and to stop himself getting bullied, but chose a life of crime to do so. There is more to them than just, here's an evil gang, better stop him, her, and I appreciate details like that. Not to mention the mysterious fifth member that only gets revealed at the end of the game. The leader of the Fiendish Five, who somehow always appeared in pictures taken by Sly's ancestors, Clockwork. An owl that found a way to live forever by becoming a robot in order to plot his revenge on the Cooper line as they have always stopped his plans. He even left Sly alive on purpose just to prove that the Cooper family were all fake thieves and nothing without the book. This final boss is a ton of fun, and Clockwork as this very dangerous immortal owl surviving on nothing but hatred is a fantastic villain. I mean, who keeps himself alive that long for revenge? That's some dedication. Or you've got a serious problem and you should probably get some counseling, man, just saying. Not only that, it's more so jealousy of how great a thief the Cooper family are and that Clockwork yearns what they have. Clockwork is the best villain in the series. He's mysterious, intimidating, and boy god is he stubborn. Altogether, the Fiendish Five make a great pack of villains that almost remind me of the Sinister Six and Spider-Man. If you still don't want to check out Sly Raccoon after this video, then be sure to put #note in the comments, and with enough of them, I'll talk about the bad of Sly Raccoon. Be sure to check out more platforming videos on screen right now, and I'll catch you all for Sly 2 Band of Thieves.